Hey Soul Family, welcome to Soulspire. I am so happy that you're here with me today, and I hope that you're feeling great in this moment and that you're feeling positive about your present situation and about your path. And if you were called here, then there is certainly a message here for you. So let's begin. Okay, so currently you're about to be in a phase where you're not having to worry about, financial things and how is this going to happen or how am I going to do this or, your physical health. You're going towards a period where you're going to be feeling less exhausted. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be feeling more motivated, more activated. You're going to be feeling more grounded. Maybe in the past you've had a lot of worries and stressors in regards to how things are going to work out. How are you going to make this happen? How are you going to do this? How are you going to create that and make this work? You're going towards a period where there's going to be less of that. You're not going to have so many worries. Things are going to just fall along or align more into place as they should, where you're not having to worry as much about how am I going to do this or how am I going to make this work. So it's important for you just to remain grounded, for you to, focus at the things that come about, on your day and not trying to take on too much of the week or, the month type thing. Take it day by day. And that's what you're going to be doing and being more present and grounded in each moment versus trying to look too far ahead and stressing yourself out about how are you going to do this and how am I going to do that. There's going to be more of a sense of groundedness and present. You're going to be more present within the current time that you're in. And you're also going towards a time of being more seen. You're going to be being noticed by more people. They're going to be seeing, the light that shines within you. You're going to be more present within the world. And this is, very fortunate for others because they're going to have the opportunity to be in your presence, which is very empowering, activating, enlightened. So you have this sun energy within you. You've been spending time more isolated or more within your internal space, but it's time for you to be more present externally within the world. And again, for others to be able to absorb your presence. So do be careful with energy vampires or people that try to take more of your energy that you're needing or wanting to give. Just be aware of that, and you will know intuitively these type of individuals. But because your light is so bright, they, of course, naturally just gravitate towards wanting to have your energy. So be watchful of that. But you are going to be more in the limelight, more visible. There's going to be more visibility in your life. And I think in the times before this period, you've had to go through a lot of situations, a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. You've had to fight, to get here. You've really had to fight to go through many battles with people, mentally, verbally. You've had to say, what's on your mind and advocate for yourself. You've had to walk away from situations. You've had to leave people and things in the past that maybe you didn't want to leave, but you've always had to use your best judgment, which is something that, of course, you will continue to do. But in regards to this mentality that, being on the edge and feeling as though watchful, hypervigilant maybe, or that you're going to have to fight, you're not going to have to. This is a time where things are going to be a little bit easier for you, but you still, have the warrior energy within you and are always ready. But it's going to be less of that, where you're having to defend yourself, where you're having to, fight for this and, always having this resistant type challenging energy. There's going to be less of that. And it's because you have surpassed this already. You've moved on to the next challenge, and it's going to be a little easier for you. This is a new beginning. Spirit wants you to embrace the possibilities of how great and grand that things can be. So it's very important. It's very, very important that you keep your mind clear, that you stay connected to your authentic self, who you were as a young person, the individual that believed in things can be limitless, that things can be just so wonderful that you can't even imagine. Stay connected to this energy because you're going into a new time frame and the possibilities are definitely limitless, but you are the one that can stunt yourself or prevent yourself from having these moments of, monumental type energy coming into your life. So do not block yourself from this by not believing, in the Most High, in yourself, in your path, evolving and being greater than it has been before, because you've truly transformed and you used to believe these things are possible. So as a child, you had this belief that's who you really are. Those things before you are tarnished or changed by your surroundings. So believe in yourself like you once did as a young person, because the possibilities are limitless and this is a new chapter for you. And you're going towards, love, something that's coming in for you that you're going to really love. This could be a person, this could be a job, it could be a situation, it could be a friendship, who knows? It could be yourself. But whatever this is, more love is coming in to your life, and it's going to have you feeling more connected, feeling more empowered, feeling more energetic, more magnetic. Your light is going to be beaming even more because you're just going to be having more love and feeling more love within your life. And that's, so beautiful. So definitely looking forward to that. Let's see what else. Solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. So it is important for you to rejuvenate, to stay connected to God by being silent. That is how you do receive those messages. I think you're coming out of a time of being in solitude also, as I already mentioned. That's a way that you connect with yourself and kind of recharge. You're going to be having less of that, so it's important for you to make sure that you are making time for yourself so you can continue to, recharge and reinvest in your own energy, so you're feeling good about, how you're going on your day-to-day. Otherwise, you're going to be feeling neglected, because that's a way that you have, your self-care. And also remember moderation, that consider, I guess, the things that you're consuming that, maybe don't need to be eating or partaking in. So, are there some things that you need to think about? Maybe you're using, what you consume as a way to cope or deal with things, and it could be some maladaptive things going on that you're doing. So maybe be more mindful, try to be more healthy, which is difficult, but still make that something that you're putting in the forefront of your life, because your health is, of course, your wealth. So just try to take things in moderation and be considerate of what you are consuming. An inner child, yeah, as I mentioned, it's time to embrace who you were as a young person, your true authentic self, your inner child. Love yourself. Play more, be more open to new experiences, to the possibilities of your life changing and just having more fun. Maybe you have children, spending more time with your children, doing things that make you feel good, and really nurturing your inner child, because that's probably something that was neglected as a child. So you have to, work on those areas so you can improve your existence. If you're holding on to those kinds of weights, it can prevent you from, progressing towards your next level, because you'll be holding on to, grievances and, feeling bad about your situation. But whatever you've experienced, it's time to let go, to have peace about it, and to nurture your young self, your inner child. Do whatever your parents or whoever didn't do for yourself, and heal those wounds. And something that you may have felt that you lost, you are going to be finding. And I think it's something that you didn't even realize that you knew, that existed within your life. You've had a lot of things that you've let go and released. And I think they say if you let something go and it comes back to you, then it's for you. So maybe that's for someone. But I also think that a lot of things that have been dark around you, your light is beaming more brighter now. So a lot of those things, can't hold you back or stop you. You're able to have a more clear vision as far as your path. You're seeing that you are protected, that you have spiritual protection. So your awareness has improved. Maybe your discernment, maybe this is about you having clarity, and you're more, in tune with yourself and who you are. So your awareness and vision has amplified, and you're no longer in the dark about your life. So whatever the case is, it's all good. So I'm going to stop there, and I wish you so much love and light, and you take care.